Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a brand new weekend, of course. That means we got some new updates coming to Warzone and Vanguard in the coming days. And today we have a slight preview as to what to expect later on this week with our weekly updates. We also have some brand new leaks and honestly what you could call even a teaser for Modern Warfare 2022. So quite a bit to break down today as we go over it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to click that sub button, tap that bell icon, that way you can always guarantee you are up to date. And also, quick reminder, Gamer Advantage did just restock the Horizon frames. These are by far my absolute favorite. I wear these every single day. They are going to sell out pretty fast though, so if you want to grab a pair for yourself or anything else from the site, code Immortal has you covered with a nice little discount. Link will be down in the description below. So per usual, as with every normal routine week, we're going to have our weekly playlist updates, and we got some new information as to what'll be coming with that later on this week on Thursday on March 10th. Presumably that's going to be the next time we get an actual in-game update, unless of course Raven does like a surprise title update where there's actually patch notes. So I'd expect any potential changes for this week probably to land on Thursday alongside the new playlist. But for this week, first up, we do have Vanguard Royale quads and quads alone. Honestly, with the increased TTK with that extra 50 health, I've actually really been enjoying the Vanguard Royale gameplay as of late. That extra 1 to 2 shot kill in most engagements just makes gunfights flow a lot better in my opinion. Personally, I'm a big fan. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. But yeah, we're just gonna have quads for that this week. Then for standard battle royale, so obviously all Cold War, all Modern Warfare, all Vanguard weapons and operators, we're gonna have solos, duos, trios, and quads, so the full playlist options for that. Now we also do have Vanguard Plunder, which I know players are really not super thrilled about. Whenever it pops up, everyone's like, let's go back to regular Plunder. It was better off then, right? So unfortunately, you can only use Vanguard weapons and Vanguard operators here. It's going to be quads for that as well. And then for Rebirth Island, we're going to see the continuation of Iron Trial duos. Keep in mind, that is not Resurgence, so if you end up going down and getting eliminated in Iron Trial duos, you do have to go and fight in the Gulag. If you win that, you can come back, but then you are out of lives, obviously, unless of course you get bought back. So gameplay there does slow down a little bit because lives are just a lot more valuable there. Then we also have Resurgence duos, trios, and quads yet again. I love the fact that they continue to give us options for Rebirth Resurgence. I know a lot of players are always like, well, they have quads this week, but I'm only a duos player. It'd be nice to have the options. I'm glad they finally have given us those over the course of pretty much this entire season. Now, outside of the playlist, we don't have any like guaranteed confirmed gameplay changes. Obviously, over the course of the start of season 2, we saw some of the season 2 events sort of slowly implemented in, things like the redeploy balloons and whatnot, the research labs or the bunkers. Then obviously the armored convoy or the armored transport was added in. No gameplay updates or new in-game events like that are on the roadmap, or the playlist roadmap, I guess you could call it. But that's not to say we won't see other updates happen this week. Raven's been pretty sporadic, I guess you could say, when it comes to fixing bugs here and there, dropping a couple of patch notes. So obviously, if we, for whatever reason, happen to get any updates like that, we'll be covering it here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Now, over the weekend, we did talk about the little mini update that went live that fixed the one-shot headshot marksman rifles in Iron Trial duos. When we went over that, we also took a look at the Trello board, talked about a few of the issues that were on there, and since then, we have yet to see any updates or any changes here. All the same issues are still listed as being investigated right now, so no new updates here. Again, I do want to reiterate though, just in case anyone from Raven or Call of Duty or Activision is watching this video, there are issues that were previously on the Trello board that were removed and quote unquote fixed, but they haven't been fixed. This includes, Cold War weapons still not unlocking for players who are well past the level. There's still a ton of performance issues with Xbox in particular, but also PlayStation as well when it comes to freezing, stuttering, lagging out of games. That's not on here, even though it was before. Then also something that was, sort of brought to everyone's attention when Season 2 dropped, pinging is currently broken in the sky. You try and ping something while you're falling in, or you try and ping something at a distance, and the ping will just stop like 5 feet in front of you in the air, and you can't accurately ping where you're trying to. So another issue that's not listed here that definitely is a very obnoxious thing to run into in game. So hopefully we can see some fixes and some updates for those soon. Then another new development that's sort of surfaced, I guess, over the past couple of days is that it seems like the Battle Pass countdown timer within Warzone, Vanguard, and even Cold War / Modern Warfare has actually been updated a little bit. First, when the season initially dropped, it seemed like this season was not going to last very long at all. I think it was like a 45-day countdown timer or something like that. However, over the past couple of days, they've now resynced all of the Battle Pass countdown timers to be right around 50 days from the time that this video is going up, which means in theory, they sort of secretly extended season 2, or perhaps this end date was the plan all along and just the Battle Pass countdown timers weren't super accurate. It seems like there's always some issues with the countdown timers. Specifically, they're not always ending right when the season is supposed to end, but it does seem like season 2 is going to be going on for at least another month and a half or so, which makes it a bit of a long season, it seems like. And looking forward, it does pose some questions for the remaining content schedule. Usually we see 6 seasons per one standard year of COD content. That might actually change this year with the drop of MW2 this fall, obviously. If we're, halfway through season 5 when it comes time for that to release, I'm very curious if we'll even see a season 6 for Vanguard and Warzone. Obviously, we'll have to wait to see. That's still so far out, but just a heads up, we do still have a lot of season 2, gameplay time left before we switch over into season 3, longer than what we initially thought. Now, like I said at the start of the video, we do have some brand new information, some leaks and some rumors about Modern Warfare 2022, and one very interesting tweet in particular from one Captain Price. But first up, this new rumor, this new leak that we have comes from Ralph's Valve. We've talked about him quite a bit over the past couple of weeks. He's pretty credible when it comes to, insider information, various leaks and rumors about the new Call of Duties. And a couple of days back, he actually posted a tweet simply with like a chess piece, PNG or emoji. And then it also has a GIF that says Shadow Company. Now, obviously, back in MW 2019, we saw Shadow Company introduced through some of the additional seasons. That includes Rose, Velikan, Lurch. They were a part of the overall storyline there as like mercenaries for hire, if you will. And it seems like they could be returning in MW 2022 as a part of the story there. The question that this brings up for me is, since we're going to have so many similar characters returning in MW 2022, obviously, we have Task Force 141, more on that in just a moment. We have now, it appears, Shadow Company. Are we going to see some actual crossover and perhaps some content, considering so many of these operators that we already have in Warzone are going to be returning again in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, presumably? It'll be interesting to see how that works. But like I said, that's not the end of talking about Task Force 141, because over on Twitter earlier on last week, Barry Sloan, who plays Captain Price and also is in Longmire, super underrated show, by the way. I feel like I'm probably like the only one that knows Barry Sloan from that as well, but he actually tweeted out an image with the caption of the eye emojis, and it's very blurry, but you can clearly see a patch that's in this image that says Task Force 141. And this, to me at least, and I think to a lot of players who saw this tweet and a lot of fans that saw this tweet, is a direct teaser that the task force is returning. Obviously, we can kind of already assume that based off the fact that this is going to be Modern Warfare 2022, a sequel to MW 2019. But we haven't seen anything from Call of Duty, from Activision, saying, hey, everyone's back, the gang's all here. This is our first bit of information from someone who is actually involved in the story, sort of insinuating and teasing that the return is in fact inevitable, which makes me very excited because I loved the MW 2019 story. So nothing too crazy with this teaser, but it does appear to be a slight teaser nonetheless. That all being said, though, that is effectively going to wrap things up for today. That is the new information that we have on the coming updates this week, then also some new info on MW 2022 or COD 2022. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, you're going to find it all right here. So feel free to subscribe and turn on those post notifications. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WhosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.